So this is my drop top on my new apartment floor. Don't want to get acrylic or anything in there. So this is a new painting I'm working on. And it is done mostly in, that's a combination of watercolor and gouache. That I believe is all gouache in that palette paint folder. Of course, I've got my little box of watercolors that I made myself. So it's my own creation here. Of course, there's my gouache, and I use mostly, there's Winsor Newton in here, and there's M. Graham, and there's Holbein. So it's all artist grade, not student grade. And because when it comes to gouache, that's what you need for paintings that will stand the test of time and not fade. So, and also some Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. So, and I used a little bit of these over here, these watercolor sticks. So I just would put some water in here and just rub them around, and then I get my color. I'll be honest, I don't use these very much anymore. I find that they are poor for drawing. They're supposed to be good for drawing. Unless you have a really coarse substrate, like maybe you put pumice gel on your paper or your canvas, or your paper's really tough. If you wet your paper and then make a mark, you'll get a better mark. But anyway, so I use those very little. I use the Winsor Newton, what's left of this, permanent rose. And, you know, it's interesting doing this. I realized, oh, well, you know, this is I'm trying to find you some spare paper here. There we go. Oh, and I also used a few of these. These are, I keep calling them Molotow, but they're not Molotow. Don't have my glasses on. The original M or W. This is embarrassing. I did know what they were called. Maybe you guys can see. Okay, where's the focus? Focus. One for all acrylic. Well, guys, I'll put it in the information below the video. So I think they're Molotow or something like that. I just started using them, and I quite like them. I find them far superior to almost anything else. Pebeo has a few that I like. So yeah, there's some of theirs that I quite like. Let's see here. There you go. So that's nice. It's got a little sheen to it, little iridescence, which I kind of like. Let's see if we can put anything here. Maybe I'll put little dots on this one. Might not be able to see that over there. Let's put little dots on the outside of it. There we go. There we go. So for example, there you go. So I used a combination of, now I just gotta find the cap for it. Used a combination of these things. They're all water-based. So I'm not done yet. I also used, I've gotta tell you this, because it's been a big part of this painting, is Liquitex ink. And so there's been quite a few stages to this painting, but at one stage it was all what you see in the background of this painting. That was it. And it was very bright, and it was very, I don't even know what term to use, abstract waves kind of with different colors in. And I was like, I wanted to change that. So I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I put some of the white ink on the bottom and blended it to tone down the intensity of the hue. So the original sort of intensity is right there. And then when you go down here and look at the intensity, which is behind this flower here, it's quite a bit less, right? So that's what I did there. And then I used it just to sort of, I don't know, I wanted to bring white back into the painting. So this ink is actually pretty opaque. This Liquitex here, let me see, do that nicer for you, Liquitex. And that bottle I've had for quite a while, so it's amazing how far it will go. So I would say with this painting, it is a not triadic, I'm trying to find the word now, quadratic? There's four points to this color palette, right? It's purple, yellow, green, and orange. And you've got, of course, the magenta in there, but that's more like the red purple. So it's a secondary, there we go, it's a secondary palette. There's no red in here. There's no red. So that is, I think that is what it is. There's a little bit of blue, but not much. But mainly, I would say it's yellow, orange, green, purple, and then maybe a little split color between, the yellow and introducing more yellow in that. But yeah, it's definitely a secondary palette painting. So that just happened by, I just, that's what I was drawn to. So, like I said, this painting isn't finished yet, but it gives you some ideas. Like, I love this little piece right here, this little part here. This is definitely complementary, right? Yellow and purple, diametrically opposed to each other. So that's that little piece. What else? I'm just trying to find here. There's some really nice little parts in here. This, you can tell I used the pen. I think I used the pen for that. It's hard to remember sometimes because I go so quickly. And I'm responding to the painting rather than dictating it. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite parts right there. That's nice. Even just this little part right here is nice. And that was, I think, with the pen I did that. There's some really subtle things like this orange, pastel orange. I think I'm going to bring more of that in. Where is it now? Even that I like there. Yeah, right here. This little part right here. I really like that. That turned out quite nicely. So yeah, we'll see where this goes yet. There's not too much to do, but now it's paying careful attention to what wants to be placed where. So just going to let this dry very well, and then I'll go back into it. So yeah, I thought you might find this interesting, helpful, and just, I love doing the little details, like, where's that little guy? Like this little guy. I love doing that. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. All right, I'll leave you with that, and enjoy your painting.